The buzz around the second test is palpable. India and England clash at Birmingham starting 2nd July, and while the team has been in relaxed spirits, with certain members even celebrating the T20 World Cup win anniversary at the hotel, there are still a lot of questions surrounding what tweaks, what changes need to be made to ensure the series is level at the end of this second test. And one of the very pertinent questions is surrounding this man here, Ravindra Jadeja, one of the most experienced players in the ranks there. He's played the most number of games compared to the others in the squad. And while Jadeja's experience is invaluable, there are many questions being raised on whether he merits a presence in this Indian playing 11 when it comes to the second test. And it is rather ironic and unfortunate that there is much chatter going about his inclusion, because Jadeja's contribution and performance, especially in England against England, is rather unforgettable. That dreadful series in 2014 that India lost had a big silver lining, and that was Jadeja. Standing tall with bat and ball, the sword-like celebrations against a James Anderson-led potent attack memorable. Yet here we are with questions being raised on whether India should persist with Jadeja, especially after his very modest returns in the first test. Former Aussie cricketer Haddin says Shubman Gill, the skipper here, the young captain in charge, must make a bold move and get in someone like Kuldeep instead of Jadeja for that next test.
Are we seeing the decline of Ravindra Jadeja? I mean, yes, he is effective in Indian conditions, but I don't think he is the best option to have in the team spin-wise. I think they need to be more attacking, be willing to lose a test match with some inexperienced bowlers, but change their mindset on the way they go about it.
This, of course, comes after heavy criticism that Jadeja had generated during that first test, in fact, during the second innings in particular, for not bowling into that rough that had been created on day 5.
Jadeja was bowling straight and not into the rough, and that baffles me. For a man with so much experience, he must know what it means to bowl in the rough. What Duckett did was just played with Jadeja and Shubman Gill, saying no matter where you put the field, I'm going to play that shot.
Jadeja proved to be ineffective at Leeds, and that only added on to that pressure, especially when none of the other pacers were creating enough impact to support what Jasprit Bumrah was doing at the other end. A matter that is already fueling a lot of talk, from his workload management to what other fast bowlers were failing to do to who is most likely to come in, considering there are reports of Bumrah missing that test in Birmingham. The Indian management, in fact, is already getting a lot of flack for the way Bumrah has been handled, whether it is managing his workload outside of an important 5-test series or the way they have publicly spoken about the Bumrah puzzle, his availability. Either ways, India has many questions to answer here as they gear up to take England on in the hopes of a resounding fight back in this series. Have they cracked the right balance yet? They picked Shardul Thakur in the 11 as a bowling all-rounder. Has he delivered to their expectations? Did that make a dent at all? If not, do they decide to get Nitish Reddy in? Then will they be willing to sacrifice Jadeja as they have a solid extra batting hand and get in Kuldeep to bring in those attacking overs? Or get someone like a Washington Sundar, but then that leaves them with that bowling combination or where to proceed with that. Very important, who will lead the pace charge in Bumrah's absence if he does sit out of this one? A lot of the way India plays the second test will come from tackling these questions and getting the right fit for the void that was witnessed in certain areas at Leeds.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.